Good day, everyone. Greg Meyer here with Rights Done Right. We're at the Salem Roadster Show. This is 2019, and we have a lot of nice cars here. There's cars of all different calibers and everything, and we have this 32 Ford and the quintessential hot rod. And this is David Jothen. Tell us how you got this.
Well, as you know, Greg, I have a number of other cars, but I've always wanted a traditional hot rod, a fenderless car, skinny tires. And I had seen this car when it was started being built about 4 years ago and watched it evolve. And this last Father's Day, I happened to be parked 2 cars down from it, and the owner had recognized me, and we started talking. And he said he wanted to build a sedan to haul his grandkids and that he was thinking about selling this car. And I just, he told me the number, and I said, sold. So he started getting cold feet. But we worked through it, and it's been great. The thing is, it's just one of those cars that you got to slap the grin off your face after you drive it. And when I go out to my shop, and it's really, people, unless you really are a car guy, you don't understand. I walk out to my shop, and this car puts a grin on my face every time.
And this isn't like over the top kind of show car, right? You're talking about driving this thing and having fun. That's what this car's about, right?
Oh, yeah. He used to drive it to Havasu each year to show it down there. I've driven it down here to Salem. I drove it to Stevenson and drove it home through 2 thunderstorm squalls on 84. Really? And I never had any intention of doing indoor shows. And when Bob had come to my house one day and went in the shop to see it, he says, "Oh, we got to have it in the show." So this will be as clean as you'll ever see this car.
Well, you have extensive experience at car shows, obviously, right? You've done Portland Roadster Show, eons of that. You've been involved in this show for as long as I can remember. Yeah. So what cars need to look like and what
Well, the main thing to me is this isn't a show car. This is a driver. He built it as a driver. I bought it as a driver. Yeah. But what you got to remember is when people pay money to come in the door to an indoor car show, there's an expectation of seeing quality. Yep. And at a minimum cleanliness. Right. And so, it's a case of pulling all the wheels off, cleaning the backside of the tires because they're exposed, and just, making the car desirable for people to see.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're right. There is an expectation of quality, and this show does that. They invite only people here in this show are invited to the show, and it's because they've met a certain quality level.
Right. Yeah. Their kind of their marketing tagline is the best of the best, and so Bob and Greg, as they're going to each show, they'll have a stack of invitations, and they'll identify what they think are the best cars in that show, and then invite them to hopefully come to Salem.
So let's talk about the motor. What's in this?
I probably, since the hood's shut, I probably should fib, but it's actually a 262 Chevy V8, and what it is, it's a detuned 305. Oh. So any of us that have been around in the gas guzzler era or the gas crunch era of the mid 70s, Chevy took their 305 and they detuned it, de-stroked it to put in the Monza SS's and the Monte Carlos for fuel mileage. Okay. And the guy built this, he drove it a lot, so with this motor, mated to a 700 R4 automatic transmission, gets 20 miles a gallon driving around town.
All right, so it's an economy hot rod.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's not a tire burner. It sounds cool because it is a V8, and if you do the right exhaust, you can make any V8 sound good.
That's true.
But it also is very tame on sipping the gas.
Oh, good. And that's enjoying it.
And
right?
with a single Stromberg Super 97 carburetor. Right. So single 2-barrel.
So you got a 700 R4. What's the rear end? What's the ratio there?
It's an 8.5 inch Ford Ranger rear end, which if you research it through Ford, it's better than a 9 inch. Okay. I can't remember the actual ratio on it though.
All right. And then you've got these wire wheels on them, and the hubcaps.
It's got the steel wheels, and there's an old hot rodders trick on this car that very few people have noticed, and I'll go ahead and share it, but it's always neat to see it.
We won't tell anybody.
The hubcaps on the driver's side are different than the hubcaps on the passenger side.
See, now I'm going to have to go take pictures of that.
And that's an old hot rodder trick. So,
all right.
And it's kind of cool. It's kind of neat when somebody sees it.
All right. I got it. I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that one. So.
Well, sometimes they used to put different wheels. They'd put a stock wheel on one side of a car, and actually Rob Ida, the Tucker he showed at SEMA, he put a stock Tucker wheel on one side of the car, and then had an aftermarket, more of a modern wheel on the other side of the car, and the car had two completely different looks.
Yeah, interesting. Okay. So what about the interior? It's very
very stark.
Yeah.
When I bought it, it has a Dodge Caravan third row seat that's actually adjustable, and it has cup holders that pull out, which is cool. So now I actually have a car with cup holders.
I don't allow cups in my car.
It's I had my coffee on the way to a show. The floor was just the wood floor, no door panels, no kick panels. So I built the door panels and the kick panels. I bought a floor mat off of eBay and made my own pattern and cut that.
Yeah.
And then I recently had the seat just reupholstered. We lost the headrest, we lost the plug-in seat belt thing, and did it in a black vinyl tuck and roll that's very era correct, for a hot rod build.
Well, it sounds like a blast, and it looks like a blast. It is, like I said, the quintessential hot rod. It's always a joy to find these, and thanks for bringing it out, and thank again for putting on a great show. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Thanks, Greg. We appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you, and we'll catch you next time.